Hey guys, my name is Don Aslam. I'm a 700k funded trader. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what is the most simple and easiest way to pass these prop firm accounts with little effort, with one of the best strategies, if not the best strategy out there. Make sure to keep watching this video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Now, if you've clicked on the video, you're obviously struggling with prop firms. Now, once upon a time, I used to be there as well. Now, this game's all about finding the correct strategy, having the right psychology, and also having the right time frames. Now this is one of the reasons why you are failing. Now this tough thing about prop firms, guys, I'm going to be breaking this down. I'm going to be using oil for the example. This has been my recent transition. I've just changed from GJ. Now if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that GJ is basically was my bread and butter. Now I'm trying to make oil. Now I'll tell you why. Normally people do strategy hopping. I'm doing currency hopping, like trading. I'm trading trading instruments, applying the same trading method. Now before I go into the meat of the topic, I want to tell you why. On GJ, we all pretty much know, or if you don't know, it's not got the best spreads, especially with prop firms. On personal accounts, when you're trading with, I personally trade my personal account IC markets as well, spreads are good. But when it comes to prop firms, they're not good. But I mean, you can manage it depending on the stop loss size you use, and I do use quite a decent size one. But anyways, it's got a 1 to 4 risk to reward GJ. With oil, as you can see over here, guys, consistent 1 to 8s on average, 1 to 7, 1 to 8s, as you can see here, 1 to 8s all the time. If you hold them for long, it's gonna tank or it's gonna skyrocket. 1 to 8s, 1 to 8s, 1 to 8s. And to give the market the benefit of the doubt, I've also given, let's just say I'm minus 10% drawdown as well. I'm going to be breaking down every single thing, but I had a message on Discord as well from I'm not going to show you who the person was, that wouldn't be fair. But he purchased around, if he is watching the video, he knows who he is. He purchased around 1500k prop firm accounts. Now on average, and he's failed them all. Now on average with an FTMO account, guys, each one costs £500. He is from the UK, so in pounds, it's about 7.5k if he's failed all 15, and he's currently doing his 16 one. I said to him, put it to the side, and just jump, because I offer a one-to-one mentorship as well. I don't offer video courses. I have posted a few. By the way, if you are interested in joining the one-to-one mentorship, guys, link will be in the video description. You can just join the Discord, hit me up one-to-one. I do ask 1 to 3 questions, and then determining on that, I decide if just give you the green light or not. But anyways, coming to the point, by the way, live trades before and after, everything is posted here, guys. Funded certificates, just to show you, if I just go on here, the funded section, my certificates, other student certificates, passing prop firm accounts, and full transparency is all here. Now if I move, coming back to the point, now why do majority of all traders, I think there's out of 10,000 statistics show out of 10,000 only 7 ever get a payout, something like that, which is insane. But this is where it starts for it, right? First, you got to know what strategy you want to pick. Number 2, what trading instrument you want to trade, right? So there's hundreds of strategies out there. There's thousands of trading instruments. And then it's going to come down to, what are you even trading the correct time frames, right? It's insane. The ones I've got up here, they're there for a reason. Now, this break and retest, I'm going to show you the key levels. I'm also going to dig deep into risk management, what a lot of guys don't show. And how to trade the correct way, right? Now, this is 0.25% of what I've got over here. I'm going to be explaining this, right? And before I'm going to go into risk management first, and then I'm going to go into the strategy itself. Or let's just let's start with, risk management would be fair, because we need to know how we're going to approach the markets with what kind of risk, and then we'll that's how, of course, I approach every single trade. Now 0.25%, when you start a prop firm account, guys, my advice would be, do not trade every trade with the exact same risk. Now I'm going to tell you why. When you start a brand new fresh account, right, start trade with a 0.5%. Now this is what I normally show my other students, right, with GJ, right, gold, euro, USD as well. If I just show you over here, I mean, this is all back tested data for GJ, all these charts. If I just show you for euro, USD, gold, oil, US 30 currently back testing, because the opportunity in that is crazy insane as well. But currently I'm loving oil. Now with oil, guys, coming back to the point before I go into oil, 0.25%, right? I aim for a 1 to 8. Now, before I used to aim for a 1 to 4 with GJ, I used to aim for first trade 0.5%, create a bit of a buffer, then risk 1% per trade. and then cross the finish line. If I lose the one trade, 0.5%, I've still got 20 trades at my disposal, right? 20 lifelines. And because I've got my risk to reward has doubled, and as you can see here, guys, when normally people say, oh, well, if you're risking for a big, aiming for a big risk to reward, it's not going to happen often. It's pretty much happening often here. Number two, you know, as you can see, also my win rate. I've marked out the winners, and just to give the market the benefit of the doubt, 10% drawdown. I can't, you know, let's just say, let's make it a bit more interesting. 20% drawdown. Now it's 20% drawdown, guys. 8, 16, what? I'm gonna cover the losses and then also go in profit, because 8, 16, 24 free winners, and I'm gonna be smooth sailing. It's insane. Right now, the reason why I'm, you know, first trade 0.25%, now I've got 40 trades at my disposal. That's insane. 40 trades, guys. 40 trades, now 0.25%. If I win the trade, I manage to pull out 2%. We're aiming for that 128, 0.25%. Now if I've got, you know, 2% buffer, I'm not going to risk 0.5% now, right? I could do that, but what I've come to, you know, starting to do with oil, guys, I've started to risk 1%. So risk 0.25%, give myself 40 lifelines, and this is a lot of what you guys are not doing. You know, you risk 1% per trade, every single trade. You might even risk 0.5%, you know, 0.5%. First of all, you don't even know where to get in the trade from. I've seen people send me screenshots. They think they're doing the so-called break and retest. It's one of the most simple ways to trade, but what they end up start doing as well, it's like their key levels or supply, you know, supply and demand levels, support resistance levels are all over the place. Your entries are only good as your key levels, guys. Your support resistance levels. If your key levels are not good, your entries are also automatically, it goes without saying, they're not going to be good as well. So 0.25%, it gives me 40 lifelines, because, you know, majority of these prop firms give you 10% overall drawdown. But think about this though, they give you 5% overall daily drawdown. 0.25%, I've got 20 lifeline, but I'm not going to, of course, go insane with that, right? But still, just giving you an idea, you could trade, you know, be stress-free, basically what I'm trying to say. Now, okay, so 0.25%, aiming for that 128. If I win the trade, I've created 2% buffer, right? Now I've got 2 trades. Now I'm gonna trade with 1% per trade. I'm already 2% up. If it hits my TP, how insane is this? 1 to 8. Majority of these prop firms are 8% profit, and I don't even need that 1 to 8 now. Now 1 to 6. Now I want a word of a tip here, guys. Do not aim for that 1 to 6 though. Well, this is what I'm not doing, right? I'm going to show you something I'm not doing. And normally I'll be like, yeah, I need that 1 to 6. Aim for like a 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. What I'm trying to say is why, rather than, because there's more chances price could reverse earlier than hits your TP. It's common sense. It happens, right? From experience, I'm speaking. I backtested GJ last 500 trades. Trust me, it happens. If you watch my previous videos, I show all, you know, I'm pretty much showing every single video how much I've backtested. I'm not just saying this of, you know, I'm not just had a dream, like, you know what I'm just saying. Okay, coming back to the point, aim for that 1 to 4. Now if I'm, you know, in my terms, I aim for a 1 to 6 rather than the 1 to 8, because I just need that 6% to pass. I'm going to aim for that 1 to 4, 1 to 3. I'm going to increase my buffer now. From 1 to 2% I've already gained, or 1 to 1% I've already gained. I'm going to increase it to 4% profit or 6% profit in total. Why? I'm chopping the tree down little by little. I don't want to just hit it with one swing and it's not going to chop the full tree down. Rather, now think about it like this. Now I'm 6% up, right? I could have just passed the trade, maybe. I don't care. Right, I rather still give myself that edge and that, you know, advantage. Now where I normally aim, let's just say 6% up. Now where I'm, you know, where I need 8% to pass, right? I just need 1 to 2 now. My 1 to 8, I only need a 1 to 2 now, right? 1 to 2. Now I aim for a 1 to 8. So what does that mean? My next 6 trades, even if I get them wrong, I can still pass. Within those 6 trades, I can still pass if I catch that 1 to 8. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? Let me just show you. Now it's all about risk management. This game doesn't matter. I don't care what your strategy is. Like even my strategy, I'm showing this 1 to 8 method here. It doesn't matter. Risk management is king, guys. That's the thing that's going to take you the whole way. Without risk management, this thing is not going to work, guys. I promise you that. You have to be very strategic, very smart. You can know where to enter from. You can, like, suppose I'm trading with a prop firm and I just start trading with 2% per trade. There is a slight chance, you know, I might get this wrong and it can go sideways, of course, because I mean, as you can even see here, I've marked about, I would say about 1, 2, 3 losses, 6% drawdown if I was to start trading with 2%. But yeah, if I had 2% here, that gives me 16%. Okay, fair enough, but still, it's all about, you know, keeping this in check, keeping this at ease, letting, you know, being stress free. So let me show you. Okay, the key levels, if I just go on the bigger time frames, you can look at the major rejections. You can see rejections over here, rejections over here as well. You know, you can use the line chart, guys. And then once, if I go on a bigger time frame, just to refine it even more, that's look at the bigger time frames, and then you can just pop down to the smaller time frame. Now I've got the 10-minute here. Is the 10-minute even a currency pair that's even known? No, right? It's not known. That's how much research I've done, and back testing. I've done everything, and I've found out you gotta sometimes use the unorthodox time frames. The most famous ones are like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, 1 minute, you know, 5 minute, 15 minute, the 30-minute. I'm using the 6 hour, 5 hour, 3 hour, second hour, 10-minute. You know, just bearing in mind though, the break and retest I'm showing here is a little bit different to what I'm showing the one-to-one mentorship, and to my students it's more refined. As you can see here, 2 losses over here, and then just consolidation. Did catch a winner, but consolidation is happening today. This is today's date, and then just waiting on price to do its thing. Now, okay, without wasting any more time, let's go into the entry method. Right now, let's even look at this for the example. Now bring this back a little, and let's go on a smaller time frame, and let's see what clues market is showing. Right, okay, first of all, you got to look at volume. Volume is going to be a major part as well. Right now, we're going to have risk management. Right, time frames, I've shown you time frames. You got to know which ones work for you. Number 3, now I like to also pay attention to structure as well. It does help where volume, momentum, where market direction, price action is heading. It does help. Right now, strategy, we've already got it ticked off. It's break and retest. Now, if I just show you, okay, so price obviously broke this structure clear, but what happens here? Look at this candle over here, guys. If I show you, this candle over here creates a huge wick rejection, closes below, breaks structure, but huge wick rejection. So that tells me straight away buyers are in control. They have, well, majority control. That's why you see this huge push to the upside. Mentally, right, psychologically, I know, yes, but overall volume is with the sellers. Sellers are in control. I wait for another, you know, you might even take an entry here that just add these losses as we go along. You know, you might lose this trade. It's all good. Why? It's a 1 to 8. You know, you want the biggest edge possible. You want to give yourself every single advantage that you possibly can. Now over here, guys, I get another opportunity with another breakout. As you can see over here, breakout happens again, market comes up. Now what happens this time though? Let's go on small time frame. Let's even bring in more time frames to give us more, you know, clues. Price always leaves clues for us to take advantage of. Now just price breaks through. Bring the zoom in a bit more. Okay, huge bullish candle comes in here, gives it that push. Next minute, what happens? Literally next minute, I'm on the 2-minute time frame. Bearish candle here, wick rejection at the top. The next candles fail to close above the key level. You can take your entry from this point. After we got the bearish candle, prices close below. Bullish candle, it's probably better just to, yeah, that's why I was thinking better to go on the 1 minute. Let me just bring this back, and the clean method would be, don't know why this keeps moving. I want to grab this one here. Okay, bearish breakthrough. Again, none of the candles are closing above the key level. I will take my entry from here, and as we can see from here, and it also is forming, you know, you get the bullish candle, but you get a doji in the middle. This is normally a high probability chance. Evening star pattern forming, or a dark cloud cover, I believe it's called. And then market just, you know, does its thing. It does come up again, but it's respecting the key level. Now whenever you see a pattern like this, guys, bullish candle straight away tanks bearish. The way I look at it, you call this resistance. You can call it, I call it the equal high pattern, because buyers tempted to push the price higher. Sellers said, hey, what are you doing? You know, you got no business being here. They just tank the market all the way down, and that's exactly what happens from there. And then, you know, this gives a opportunity for price to move and give a nice pretty much 1 to 7, 1 to 8. But if I press play, you know, you gotta stick to a strategy long enough as well, guys, just to know how it's trying to move. You know, this was, how much was this? Pretty much 1 to 7.5. Call it 1 to 7. You know, it's 1 to 7, I ain't complaining. I'm not even complaining the 1 to 5, guys. I've traded the 1 to 4 for a long time, and you know, pretty much you just want to, you know, try different methods, refine the strategy, and even back test on different currency pairs. You got to always, you know, evolve, yeah, and then adapt. That's what this game's all about. I mean, this one here is super clean, guys. If I show you, let's bring the replay here. But risk management, guys, you know, I can't put, enough emphasis on it. No one ever can. The value of risk management, right? Start with small risk. Now I'm gonna go into another risk management technique as well. I show pretty much 5 in my one-to-one mentorship, but let me just show you another one. So we're getting this consolidation over here, right? Now the another thing, I call this pretty much a serial killer. Why? It's pretty much a serial killer for pretty much all the strategies out there. It's one of the biggest weaknesses. Consolidation happening here. Now, when do you know? I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue. How do you know this has ended? It's over. Bearish candle, bullish candle, vice versa, right? That's consolidation happening. You see this point here, volume has changed from all this volume here. Huge bullish candles, volume suddenly decreases over here. Once it's decreased, and even look at the candlestick patterns, you're getting strong bullish candles and you're getting some strong bearish candles, right? And look at the distance between this. This is quite pretty much close. Now this is pretty much it's a bit further away and much smaller. Now I've got another breakout, but now look at this bullish candle here, like if you want to call it engulfing candle, morning star, huge bullish candle over here, guys, and it's broken through. I'm getting multiple signals that, you know, buyers are in control. I mean, you can enter from either one, guys, either after this one or after this one, with price to pretty much come back down. This one would be the more safer one. Let price do its thing, and then you capture these huge 1 to 8. Absolutely insane. I showed these in my previous videos. Do check out my previous videos as well, guys. I'm just a consistent, you know, the break and retest was a strategy that I was able to leave my 12 to 12. I didn't do a 95. My shifts were 12-hour shifts. I used to work with the police, and you know, the break and retest has been a game changer for me, and I'm sure it will definitely be a game changer for you guys as well. Now, if you're trading with Propfirms, guys, first of all, choose a strategy that's very simple and it's a liking to your personality. Number 2, you know, risk management. You know, have the correct risk management. And I want to go into something. 1 minute. I was reading a trading book, Market Wizards. I want to show you a method one trader, you know, was emphasizing on. Now I read the book, then I started watching some videos on YouTube, and this is what they showed in the video. We normally, you know, like the method I showed earlier, risk 0.5% and then risk excuse me 1%, and then risk, you know, yeah, once you create that buffer, risk 1% and then keep going on and on. Risk 0.5%. In my, you know, I've got a bigger risk to reward. I normally risk a quarter, then I start risking 1% from that. Risk 0.5%. If you win the trade, risk 1%. If you lose the trade, go back to 0.5. If you win the trade, 1%. If you lose the trade, stick to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Then you win the trade, 1%. You don't go off trying to create that buffer with Propfirm. Try this method too. It's very powerful. Now, with the key levels, I try to, you know, the thing about key levels is I do sometimes get these messages, or you don't. I've made a video, guys, on how to draw these key levels. You know, I don't understand what the issue is. Regarding, you know, entries, I've just tried to, you know, go into the break and retest entries here as well. But as you can see, guys, you know, the key levels that I draw as well, the accuracy of my key levels are so high that when I draw them in the past, or well in the present moment that I draw them, but once they go into the past, they'll also play significant value in the future as well. Now that's insane. Now there's a period of time when I realize they're not showing any value anymore. I'll just get rid of the key levels or lines, support resistance levels, whatever you want to call it, and then I'll just move on, right? So this is, if you want the best way to pass Propfirm accounts, guys, simply put it: 1, trade the best strategy. You have to know which strategy is best for your personality. I'm trying to make it simple as possible. The break and retest, I think, is the most simple one out there in the world. Number 2, risk management. Well, risk management should be able to be number 1. How to approach the markets, what kind of risk you want to approach the markets with. Give yourself, this isn't something, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Give yourself longevity in the game. You're only going to do that by risk management. That's the only thing that's going to give you longevity in the game. Number 3, time frames. What time frames do you trade, right? Are those time frames even correct, right? Don't just stick to this one. Be testing other time frames, you know, and currency pairs. What trading instruments are you trading? Euro USD, gold. They're like the most famous out there because Euro USD got like almost 0 spread. Gold is a beast when it moves. No, it doesn't have to be that. Trade what works best for your strategy and yourself and your mind. And you know, if you are struggling, guys, you know, last but not least, link will be in the video description. If you want to join the one-to-one mentorship, you know, just come direct me one-to-one. I hope this video is helpful. Take care, and I'm out.